Hey Virgo, welcome to Larissa Lily Temperance. Today we're doing your love read. This is for anyone Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the sign of Virgo, and as always, a general read. So Virgo, what I'm getting from the meditation today is that you're being shown a new life. Ace of Pentacles showed up, and to me that's just an indication of new belief systems. You're grounding yourself in a different way, things that were, from conventional thinking or living not to non-conventional, just a challenge to your beliefs. I think you're in this, as you've been for a while, this metamorphosis stage of really changing a lot of things. Your connections are going to change, your relationships are going to change, your friendships are going to change. It really is a direction. You just have to be patient with it. So let's see what else Spirit wants to add when it comes to this energy. Okay. So of course, this is retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. This is your season, Virgo. Happy birthday to those Virgos. You guys know retreat. You're in your element, basically. You should feel some comfort even in this element, more grounded to get through this stage. And, first we have codependency. To me, that's that energy of the attachment to a conventional way, a non-conventional way, and your belief systems. So I think a lot of it, you're being challenged to heal, to kind of look at. I think life is showing you something. This retreat will show you that, right? It will show you ways that probably have been keeping you stuck with this codependency. Passion, I think to me, this feels more of like there's something old that you've been repeating. There's a pattern that's been repeated that is taking out the inspiration in you. So there's some of you may not be feeling well, don't have this passion, but in this deck, this card says, allow your heart and soul to sing with joy, and allow your heart and soul. So there's something that's not, in this time where there's a low energy that's kind of restricting that. And then you have calling in your soulmate. Yeah, so I'm speaking to a lot of singles, as I have been for some time, for Virgos, that there is definitely an energy to call in a new soulmate. But right now, there are things that need to be dealt with in terms of your drive, what inspires you, what ignites your soul, what ignites your heart, So let's see what else we've got. Give me more for this energy for Virgo. Excuse my energy too, like retrograde has me in very low energy, so I can feel this as well, Virgo. I can feel, oh, I knew it. You guys are forever, ever my Nine of Swords. I cannot say, you guys can go to every Virgo reading I give, how Nine of Swords is such a big energy. But again, firm foundation. Yeah, this has to do with our establishment of what we consider a stable life. Yeah, choose wisely. So definitely challenging here. So we have the Nine of Swords, suffering in silence. Then we have Nine of Cups, which is fulfillment of wishes. So nines are the hermit energy. It's your energy here, Virgo. So this is a lot of challenging what makes you happy. This is about finding out what makes you right. There's a low energy here. You're going to have to get through this energy with the Ace of Swords. So there is a gift. Just like I saw the Ace of Pentacles, you've got the Ace of Swords. So there is a gift to get over past betrayals, to triumph hardship. And then a lot of you is with connections, the Lovers. You've got the Lovers here. So there's a lot of challenging. If you want to choose soulmate, there's a triumphing of codependent, to me, beliefs that are still like restricting you and a block to your soulmate. So let's see what else Spirit wants to give. Give more of the suffering and silence. Why the Nine of Swords? Yeah, oh my God, the Four of Pentacles again with the Ace of Swords. So again, a hold back, a hold back. It's almost like it's here, Virgo. And I always say you cannot half-ass a Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords requires authenticity. You can't half-ass any of the aces, but the Ace of Swords specifically requires integrity and authenticity and truth. And right now, this is a challenge of what's holding us back. Four of Pentacles, right? So there's an energy of hold back, and I'm going to clarify that. Four of Pentacles. Give me more of this Four of Pentacles. It's really limiting. So you have King of Pentacles. Some of you could have been dealing with a Taurus. 10 of Wands. There goes the 7 of Cups and the 2 of Swords. More stalemate. So again, some of you, it's financially or just having some low energy in terms of feeling stable. So something's causing an instability. Maybe some of you, it is the finances. Or the lack of loyalty with people and past energies of people who you saw to be stable but never turned out. And so it's like needing to drop this illusion, right? 2 of Swords is a stalemate, so it's holding back. 7 of Cups is about the illusions, and I feel the emotions are running high. If we have 7 of Cups with the 9 of Swords, our mind and our emotions are running high, and I think there's a need to see truth. That's why the Ace of Swords are here. So the inability to see the truth and clinging on with the 4 of Pentacles, clinging on to this past energy or what happened is keeping an energy of stalemate, of not progressing, of not moving forward. Wow, the Tower in the bottom. So definitely news for a lot of you, or it just epiphanies or just realizations or just a lot of life changes at one time. So give me more of this 9 of Cups. It's just an acceptance process. Give me more of this 9 of Cups and really thinking about what makes you happy. Why the 9 of Cups for Virgo? I know I have a lot of Virgos who are very empathic. So, wow, look at all these people. King of Cups, King of Wands, and the Queen of Swords. So a lot of you, it could be a lot of multiple people that you're thinking about. This could be past energies, but how the past has definitely put you in the space of being cold, probably with your hearts. Some of you may have dealt with a Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, or a Leo, Sag, Aries, or an air sign. Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. But I really feel you as this Queen of Swords. So there's an energy of needing to cut away and really redefine your emotions and your passion. I feel Spirit really wants you to also embody a balance of masculine, feminine energy here. Because again, 7 of Cups shows up again. And this has to do with the illusions and the thoughts. And again, to me, it's an attachment. So I'm going to clarify this 7 of Cups. Why the 7 of Cups? Yeah, so King of Wands again, the 5 of Wands, the 9 of Pentacles, and the Knight of Swords. So another 9. Again, embodying strong energy to stabilize. I think there's a reality check that's necessary here. And really taking action. I feel embodying some of this fire energy to conquer some of these 5 of Wands energies, these battles, maybe people, opinions. For some of you, it's opinions of other people, because we're also challenging our beliefs and what makes us happy with this 9 of Cups. So there's a challenge of our attachments, the illusions of things, and how do we restabilize and how do we bring that change with the 9 of Swords? Like, how do we make an impact in our life that actually feels like there's a change happening? Wow, King of Cups again. there's a lot of people around you, and Queen of Swords again. So Virgo, this just clearly, this to me, you got the same 3 people here. Like, are you kidding me? Queen of Swords, King of Cups, and King of Wands. Queen of Swords, King of Cups, and King of Wands. So for some of you, it truly is this conventional thinking. There's a lot of opinions around you as well. It could be family. People are in your, and you just have to really challenge this. It's causing confusion for some of you, and it will cause some level of instability until you figure out what you want. I think Spirit is focusing on the 9, which is you, and what you want out of life. Okay, we're on this Ace of Swords, which is going to require the Ace of Swords, the truth, integrity, and authenticity. Okay, we're on this Ace of Swords. For some of you, these people are just a representation of everyone you've dealt with. There we go, stabilizing. 4 of Wands, and of course the Devil and the Ace of Cups. So 11-11 when I said that. So that means there's definitely an awakening happening here about our codependent behaviors. We're back to codependency. And there's an integrity required here, authenticity, in order to open ourselves up to how we see our stability, our life, our establishments. But it's gonna, once we clear these attachments, it's gonna open us up to new love, right? You're trying to call in this soulmate, but it's also gonna require you to find self-love also, because Ace of Cups is about self-love. So let's clarify this Devil here. I knew that Devil was gonna show up. Yeah. 7 of Wands, it's your guardedness. There's a defense mechanism here that's happening. And I've got, you know, I've got some codependent cards here that I'm going to pull. It's not going to resonate for everyone, but definitely for some of you. But this is the holdback, right? From preventing us from this Ace of Cups. Give me more of this Ace of Cups. You know, we create a wall sometimes, and then we're not being honest. And here we go with the 8 of Wands. So this is progress, change, communicating, openness, flow, manifestations, right? So in order to move forward, 6 of Swords, 9 of Cups again, about what we want. There's a need to really be honest to ourselves and allow a level of flow. Some of you may have to be a communication, you know, some of you may have to, are in the space to want to have conversations with past people. Maybe that's what all these people are showing up. They're probably too much in your energy. Some of you may need closure. But to me, anytime you need closure, you have to be ready to close. It's not to like, well, I have this conversation, but then I need another conversation. That's not necessarily closure. That's just a form of it's a form of like calming down the codependent energies to fuel it, just so it could buy you more time, but yet come back and feel the same. So we've got to conquer this form of self-love also through the way we express ourselves. Again, integrity. Ace of Swords is about communication, right? So get more on this harmony. Why the Lovers? The Lovers with the Lovers. And 9 of Wands in the bottom. So King of Swords. So definitely in a defense mechanism. There goes the Hierophant, which has to do with the institution, conventional, non-conventional belief systems. So again, there needs to be a cutaway. I think if anything, we're back to the 9, you, Hermit energy, that you need to kind of sit with yourself. This retreat is going to serve as a time to really question and challenge your belief systems. You know, what is having you on guard, and why? And there goes the 9 of Pentacles. So all the 9s are here, guys. I'm not surprised. I feel this is a time of really stabilizing yourself and finding this newfound freedom somehow in this space. There's definitely an energy of, again, allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. It's like you got to find something that inspires you. There's a lot of guarded energy here. So let's see what the blockages are here. Tranquility, take your time, slow down. So definitely this is pure hermit energy of Spirit is just saying slow down. You know, they're gonna block you with some taking a step back and really being honest. The Ace of Swords to me is the most powerful energy here of really challenging yourself. So let's see what for some of you this may relate, but what are some codependent habits that maybe need adjustments, right? So we have envy. Remind yourself that no one has it all. It's okay to celebrate others' successes. You truly are good enough. So yes, self-worth. You guys know that this is definitely an energy I've been picking up for Virgos, and since the 9s are all here again, has to do with self-worth, finding ourselves. Defensiveness, hear other people's perspective and feelings, shift your focus to them. It's not always about you. So some of you may get defensive. A lot of you, it's probably, like I said, this argumentative energy here, where maybe there is a defensive mechanism, where some of them may try to convince you about your illusions. I have to point that out. You know, maybe you got people telling you get over the energies of the past, or why relive this, right? Again, integrity, suffering in silence. 9 of Swords, you guys, holding on to something. There's something mentally that we're holding on to, and you're being asked to drop. So maybe there are people telling you, for some of you, people getting, you know, we don't have to always accept each opinions, but the point is, are we also our codependent response can be defensiveness, right? It's this feeling of not being understood, and yet, but there's an attachment to the story. So how, again, devil energy. I mean, you got the devil here. So, and this guardedness. So there's a defense mechanism obviously happening when it comes to Ace of Swords communication. And some of you, it's coming from your families that are trying to guide and show you. Others of you, it's just a challenge in your mind of your attachments to what you consider to be stable to you. So vengeful, find a better way to heal your anger. This negative emotion comes back full circle. So some of you, be careful with a vengeful heart, you know, especially if some of these people have to do with past energies, partners you've been with that you're still holding on to. The heart is not opening. Again, anger and defensiveness with this devil, which prevents the Ace of Cups calling in a new soulmate, or your heart should just be available. Resentfulness, oof, my goodness, this is serious. Think loving thoughts for the person or yourself that you resent. It's restricting your emotional happiness. This is what I'm saying. It really is for a lot of you. You know, but this takes time. It requires change from your part to really see. So what is the guidance for Virgo? As always, I knew it, self-care, which is you. You can only take care of others if you first take care of you. Revitalize yourself and bring you back to your power, and let others be inspired to do the same. Lead by example. So definitely a lot of hermit energy, retreat. It's time to give yourself this love, and it's time to really open up. Meditation, take some time out to focus and be silent. Yep, that 9 of Swords is definitely very, it's going to be very intense. So calm your overactive mind. 9 of Swords again, and become one again with your soul. The answer you seek will come to you when you are at peace with yourself. So there's a disturbance here of peace, right? There's definitely a disturbance, and it's really like killing your soul's passion, your joy to life. You know, some of you may just, it's a season of being really exhausted and over it, and That's a valid, feel those feelings, but we can't sit in them is the issue here, right? We have to find a way to come out of it. All right, so let's see. Love. You are worthy of love and it will find you. Give the love you would like to receive. So in order to be in the space of love, you have to give yourself love first. And I'm really feeling that you have to first find your worthiness. There's a lot about, you knowing that you're good enough, right? Remind yourself that no one has it all. It's okay to celebrate others' successes. You truly are good enough. Knowing that you're good enough where you're at, things don't always have to go a certain way, but this is finding your version of happiness and also your version of love. That's what's going to attract a new person. But it's like, I feel an energy shift needed here, like a realignment of how we perceive our lives and what makes us happy. So I'm going to leave it there. Virgo, I love you. Please like, share, subscribe, click that bell button if you enjoy my frequency, but remember to live always relentlessly and striving inspiration. This is the evolution of your soul, and I'm here to nurture you until next message. Bye.